Alright, the topics we'll be discussing today will be design and placement, tips when selecting your shop and artist, healing and aftercare, pain, and regrets.
Long story short, I got a sternum tattoo. I did have my reserves in the beginning and my concerns, but I went through with it, and I did not regret it. I actually love it. It's one of my favorite tattoos. But there are a lot of things you want to consider before getting one, so let's jump into that. Let's talk about design and placement. So design and placement is so important because of course you want to know where you're going to get your tattoo, and you need to know what you're getting. So I got a lotus flower, well really a geometric lotus, and the lotus commonly represents divine beauty, spiritual awakening, and all that good stuff. So that's what I got, and I got it directly on the center of my sternum. Most people get theirs under their breastbone. I did not get that. Really, that's like a preference. I know it's all considered sternum tattoos. It's just wherever you decide to get it, and that's just where I wanted mine. One thing I cannot stress enough is going to a reputable shop. You want to make sure you're going somewhere where you're familiar with the artist or the shop itself, or you know someone who has went there and they had a good experience there. You want to consider all these things because this is a very personal area. Your tatas are going to be out for a good part of your session, so you want to make sure you're comfortable. You want to make sure you're familiar with your artist, like I said. Consider all of these things because you never want to be put in a situation where you're uncomfortable, you know, and you have a bad experience and you have to like remember that every time you think about your sternum tattoo. No. Also, if you feel you'd be more comfortable with a female artist, that's another option. You could look in going the route of getting a female artist. Me, I didn't really care. I just wanted someone who was professional, you know what I mean? I keep looking down at my list. If you see my paper or me looking down at my list, it's because I do not want to miss anything. So that's what that is. So healing and aftercare, the total time of healing I would say would be about 2 to 3 weeks usually. Sometimes more depending on you and how you are taking care of your new tattoo. Also, you want to make sure you are cleaning your tattoo 2 to 3 times a day. Make sure you're lightly washing it, no scrubbing, no scented, anything. You don't want to irritate this area. That would be very bad. So anyways, a rule I always stick by when I'm going through the healing process for my tattoos is if you are applying your ointment and it's shiny, you put too much on. You want to put a light coat on there, not too much, and you definitely do not want to not have enough because either or of those will affect your healing process, seriously.
In this picture, my tattoo was only about a week in, so this was taken just before the peeling process started. Also notice the coating of ointment I have on.
Remember, you want to limit sun exposure during your healing process. This is open skin, open healing skin too. So you want to make sure you are not directly exposing your tattoo to the sun. Also, that's going to be kind of tricky because now you're thinking, well, what am I going to wear in the meantime? Just make sure whatever you do decide to wear, you don't wear anything too loose because you don't want nothing sticking to your tattoo, and you don't want to wear nothing too tight because you do not want to be sweating in this area. You may have to also avoid wearing a bra for the few first days. And also, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Hold on, brainstorm. Yeah, I got nothing. I can't think about what it was. But I will show you some examples of what I wore during my healing process.
And here they are right here. So these are 2 of the shirts I wore during my healing process. Again, you can wear what you want, but these are what I wore, what I found comfortable to wear during this time.
Everyone wants to know the pain. They want to know about the pain of a sternum tattoo. So let's talk about that. First, let me tell you all what I have tattooed. I have very small tattoos for the most part. I have here done, I have my lower back tattoo, which is about that big, and then I have my shoulder blade done, which is about that big. Oh, and my ankle, which is tiny. So, but anyways, I have a total of 6 tattoos. And out of all of those, my lower back tattoo and my sternum were definitely the most painful. And I would say those sit both at a 6 out of 10 on the pain scale. So I'll say none of mine were more than a 6. And the 6s were, again, my back tattoo and the sternum. So with that being said, I do have a high pain tolerance. I birthed 3 kids, you know. But it really depends on you. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I felt like a lot of people were being dramatic. I mean, they were like, oh, it hurts so bad. Like, these are the reviews I was reading. They were like, it hurt so bad. It was one of my most painful tattoos. I was like, yeah, for you, And then when I got it, I was like, oh. Yeah, I see why they said that. I see why. But again, this is my experience with it. It wasn't like I was crying. It wasn't like I was like, oh God, I'm just ready for this to be over. It was just pretty intense. I'm gonna be super specific. For me personally, the only time it hurted was directly on my bone, like the center of my chest bone. But the meaty part on the boob tissue, the meaty part, that didn't hurt as much. Like sometimes I had to look down to make sure he was tattooing. But yeah, that was so crazy to me. It was like directly on the bone. That's the part that hurted the worst. So yeah, that was the painful part. Alright, you guys, we are wrapping up this video. All in all, like I said, I have no regrets on getting my sternum tattooed. I love it. It is currently my favorite tattoo. More to come. I hope I help somebody out here making their decision. If you already got your sternum tattoo, let me know. Follow me on Instagram at cause honey said so. Tag me in something. I want to see. Let me know your experience. Like, if you record your experience, let me know. Like, I want to know. I want to compare experiences. Like, I want to know. I want to know. Okay, but seriously, I'll see you guys later.
New best friend, did you hit that subscribe button? You did? Oh, you did. Okay, I was just making sure. I'll see you in our next video.